Growing up, I was exposed to a variety of horror content, but one series that left an indelible mark on my lifelong love of the genre was Tales from the Crypt. I discussed my love for the Goosebumps book series in an earlier video, but another huge influence on my burgeoning love for horror as a child was the series Tales from the Crypt. While Goosebumps offered eerie, kid-friendly scares through the books of R.L. Stine, Tales from the Crypt was a slightly darker, more adult-oriented counterpart that, much like Goosebumps, played a pivotal role in shaping my fascination with horror. At a time when my peers were watching more conventional shows, Tales from the Crypt stood out as a dark, twisted, and unapologetically gruesome anthology. For a child already fascinated with the macabre, this series became a gateway to the broader world of horror, cementing my interest in the genre for years to come. What made Tales from the Crypt such a formative experience was its ability to blend horror with dark humor, a combination that felt like a guilty pleasure. The Crypt Keeper, with his grotesque appearance and pun-filled quips, was both terrifying and oddly endearing. For a young viewer, he felt like the mischievous guide leading me through a world where anything could happen, often with horrifying consequences. The format of the series, which told standalone stories in each episode, gave me a wide range of horror scenarios to explore. Whether it was ghostly apparitions, moralistic revenge plots, or grotesque transformations, Tales from the Crypt offered a buffet of nightmare fuel, always leaving me craving more. The show also had a unique way of introducing me to more adult themes that other horror series aimed at kids never touched. While shows like Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark catered to a younger audience with less explicit content, Tales from the Crypt didn't shy away from gore, violence, or moral ambiguity. It felt like an illicit thrill, like something I wasn't quite supposed to be watching, but that made it all the more compelling. It was a window into a world that was grim, unpredictable, and dangerous, but also captivating in its raw intensity. What I appreciated most about Tales from the Crypt was its ability to deliver moral lessons wrapped in horror, often with a sense of irony or poetic justice. The characters in the stories, usually morally corrupt or deeply flawed, would often meet their demise in ways that felt like they were getting what they deserved. As a child, this reinforced the idea that horror could be a medium for storytelling that went beyond just scaring people. It could teach lessons, albeit in twisted, gory ways. This was a far cry from the simple good versus evil tales found in many other shows, and it made the genre feel richer and more layered than I had previously imagined. Tales from the Crypt also helped to spark curiosity in me to explore the wider world of horror anthologies and films. It was through this series that I began to recognize the broader possibilities of the genre, how it could be used to tell stories that were not just about jump scares, but about human nature, moral dilemmas, and the darker side of life. This deepened my appreciation for horror as an art form, pushing me to seek out more complex and nuanced stories within the genre. Looking back, Tales from the Crypt was an essential building block in my horror education. It expanded my understanding of what horror could be, introducing me to themes and narratives that I would come to love and appreciate in other films and series later on. More than just a childhood fascination, it became a foundational experience that influenced my taste in horror for the rest of my life. Ultimately, Tales from the Crypt wasn't just a scary show to me. It was an introduction to the idea that horror could be more than just entertainment. It could be a way to explore fears, question morality, and confront the darker aspects of human existence. That realization has stayed with me, driving my continued passion for the genre and shaping the way I consume and engage with horror to this day. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, can you please hit the like button? You can also subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to be updated whenever I upload a new video. And until next time, keep on creeping on.